don't think I can explain it. This event is wild. Okay, we're back to serious. Now I'm scared of everything. Hi, Barbara, we're Verton. I wish I never heard that. This is the real horror. None of this makes sense. I don't know biology. There it is. Now you have her alone in the mouth-washing room. Hello, friends and gamers. So I was saying in the last reverse video, I had to stop for a little while to edit some videos. I only got one edited. It was a singular Star Rail video that took so long. So now we're here. We're back. We have 10 hours left to finish the Haunted Highway and a couple of other things. I believe those things are... I do have to record the live stream reaction today as well. So that's already gone up probably weeks ago, but I am doing that eventually tonight. Aside from that, guest guidelines. What's guest guidelines is achievements. Okay. I think I'm gonna check guest guidelines off my schedule just so I don't think that's a separate event. Column 77 Urban Legends. I still don't know what that is. The only thing I can think is this stories on the route, and I am calling it the wrong thing. That's the only thing I can think of. What is column 77? We need to finish chapter 3 though. We definitely need to do that. Yeah, I don't know what column 77 is unless it's related to Haunted Highway and you have to have completed, I think it's related to the end of Haunted Highway. So that makes sense. But it's bothering me because I don't know what it is on my schedule. Anyways, we are gonna have 2 more videos of this event. Unless we have to do something for column 77, I might not do it because nothing has really popped up for it yet. But we are on part 13, the churning stomach. It's a standard story stage. That's what we're starting with. That's pretty good. Again and again and again. That is concerning because we're still in this godforsaken hotel room. Dear God. A lot has happened so far, and I did most of it I did like all of it so far this morning, and I will be finishing the last bit of it now. Not in this video, in the next video. So like the next 2 hours. I've been struggling with the story battle stages. So fingers crossed we don't do that anymore. I'm at a point where I think I might just take my well-built characters regardless of a Flautus or anything, because it's that I've been trying to put together like relevant teams and it's not working. So this is a story stage, flat story stage though, so we should be okay here. If you don't know what's going on, I suggest watching the other videos if you didn't play this event yourself, because I don't think I can explain it. I don't think I can. This event is wild. It started out so slow. Like the first video was like normal, and then every single video from there is just ramped up like times 1,000. So yeah, let's start this before it gets too dark out because I will jump scare myself. I will get scared if it gets creepy. And it's 5:30, so it's gonna get dark about halfway through the last 2 hours of this questing, this eventing, if you will. So this is gonna be rough for me.
A Xeno captain.
Yeah, I was right about that because there was a thing we had to read last time or the time before for a verse that had Stefan being like the whistleblower, if you will. So that makes sense.
For unknown reasons, likely connected to Manus.
Oh, okay.
He moved into this motel.
Why would it be connected to Manus?
He attempted to make contact with Xeno several times, all of which failed.
He's a former employee though, a Xeno captain. Yeah.
During his stay,
isn't there like no in, no out on calls and stuff?
Intense hallucinations, delusion, and fear.
Do we blame the Manus for that?
Result,
because at first I was like, oh, he is plagued by guilt for ratting out the bomb incident that was priorly explained. But maybe it was just the Manus, because they're underneath his bed. There's like an arcane array thing underneath his bed, like a magic sigil thing. It's just under there with like crystals and stuff, just like charging up. So something was happening. He's dead now. Okay.
As a result, he committed suicide.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to censor this. Again, there will be a lot of censoring in this just because I want to try to keep my monetization, but yeah, chaotic clues are rolling in the mind like a churning stomach. Ah, they said the thing.
We must have overlooked.
There will be censoring in these, but we started that a couple videos ago because it's a little dark and I don't want to scrap all the footage because I've had to do that before with some games. Particularly, there was a character story in, I want to say Punish in Grey Raven, that I recorded like 75% of and had to scrap because it was just too dark to post. But I've gone this far and I think I can get around it, even though it's very dark. Like this is very dark. But also, I feel like the tone makes sense. It's like a horror game. This is like standard horror game fare sort of stuff, so I don't think it's that bad. It's bad, obviously, but I don't think it's like that bad considering the genre. It fits in the genre. If there's one thing Reverse is very good at, it's fitting in a genre.
Are you trying to say that she's the mastermind behind all this?
Who's the mastermind? Is it Arcana? Is that her? We must have overlooked something. There's definitely something overlooked, but we've kind of gotten all the clues ourselves. But I still don't even know what's going on because we have all the clues, but there's just like something missing, something to connect them all. Only one person remains uninvolved. Okay, I think they're talking about Tuesday, but the problem there is she is involved. I just don't fully know how yet, and that's the problem because that hasn't fully been explored. Because we know she's crazy from her character story because we did character story beforehand. The problem is, I don't know how she's involved here.
She should know more about all this than anyone.
And we know she's involved because of what she said to
Which is suspicious.
Lilia before snatching her up for the Red Room, but we still don't know how she's involved. We know she's involved, but we don't know how.
But what's there for a motel housekeeper to
Like, the
gain
pacing
from
of this
all
is really good.
It's not like these spooky scandals.
If there's one thing
attract
that
more
Reverse
guests.
is good at, it's fitting in a genre, and they're really good at fitting in this, like,
Unless
thriller
someone else
genre
is
right
pulling
now.
the strings. But that don't make much sense either, does it?
Is Tuesday pulling the
When
strings?
all these
Somebody could be pulling
unusual
it. That
things
could just be the
happen,
Menace.
She was happy to stand by and watch. But by whose orders?
Menace!
Some larger, more mysterious organization?
Menace!
Give me a break.
I'm with
What if
Argus.
She doesn't desire money or power.
She doesn't. There's
So
something,
what you're
a secret
saying
third
is that
thing.
You need to ask Little Miss Maid a couple more questions.
Yes, and she's probably not going to answer those questions, but also she has Lilia in the Red Room, allegedly. We don't know that yet. We know Barbara's in the Red Room from the character story, but we don't know about Lilia. I'm assuming that's where she went, though, after the last bit. Argus does sigh, though.
That spirit morphed into Kayla, so it must have seen her face at some point.
Yeah.
Which means that at one time, Kayla was in this room.
Kayla is out and about in
And you're
Chisos,
right.
I think.
Tuesday's definitely not a
Or at least something that
run-of-the-mill
looks like
motel
Kayla.
maid.
Her
It
eyes are a
would
different
be
color, though.
wise
That was the
to
thing.
approach her rashly.
Fair.
Let me finish up here first. Then we can go question her together.
Oh, there's something. There's something. So after a moment, Argus shakes her head in disappointment. What is she looking for?
Nope. I got nothing.
Probably just doing a one over.
Let's go find that maid.
Because she knows Kayla was
I have
here.
a few questions for her myself.
But it's just wild that, like, if we were able to meet back up with Lilia, we might figure out the Kayla thing. Oh, there's that's where, Stefan was. She makes her way across the room and opens the door. She freezes. So she already took care of the body.
Where'd the body go?
I'm just thinking she took care of it. The corpse that had been lying in the hallway had vanished, leaving only a pool of blood on the floor. Her arms were cut off. I'm sorry. I need to be able to take this seriously. Okay, we're back to serious. But that's what I was thinking. Tuesday couldn't have dragged him away. There would be like, if she had to drag him away, it would be like staining the floor all the way down, which would be creepy, but then that would explain things. It's just like he up and left. And I don't think Tuesday could carry that man, right?
Ain't no signs of dragon neither.
Yep.
Who and how?
Unless he just poof. Whose phone is that? The ringing echoes through the doorway.
The phone again.
Is it his phone?
What do you think?
It's the
Should we
phone in
answer
Stefan's
it?
room.
I bet it's another one of those prank calls.
I say we should probably
Someone
answer
was
it.
sending a distress signal in Morse code.
Oh, Argus doesn't know Morse code. Oh, we're gonna pick it up. I'm scared of everything. She picks up the receiver and presses the speaker button.
Could you tell me what year it is now?
Barbara! A soft voice plays through the speaker. It's Barbara!
Who's this?
She doesn't know how long she's been in there.
This is Barbara.
It's only been a couple of days, Barbara. You're okay. Don't worry. It's only been a couple of days. That was a short bit. Okay, they really are amping up the speed at which these little sections are happening, which again is something I personally enjoy because that's like the pacing you need for like a thriller or a horror, anything really. I almost think a faster pace is better for these sort of things just because it makes you more like nervous as things keep happening. Like I just did the Allure Games rerun and that made sense to space out and have these long sections, as well as like the main story makes sense to space out and have these very long sections. But something like this, it makes more sense for it to be very speedy and just kind of like bang, 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 one thing to another. Like no time to think, just move. Anyways, we have another story stage next, which works for me because I don't have built characters. Anyways, may they be blessed. Whether child or lamb, they still deserve deliverance. Oh dear God. Let's get into it. All right. This is going to be very speedy. I remember how I said that we might have 2 more videos. This might be the last one. Now that if these all end up being really speedy, we might just have one long one, which is how we ended out Allure Games. So like that makes sense. The voice on the other end continues. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
Wonderful. I can talk over the phone now. The wind must still be wandering nearby.
She was talking about the wind in the character story
That's
too, though.
Good to hear. Are you
Ooh,
an
we have a
editor
creepy
for
little
Atu?
music. We have the creepy music. There's a sigh of relief.
Yes, miss, I am.
Hi, Barbara. We're Verton.
But before we continue our conversation, could you please tell me what year it is now?
Luckily, it's still the same year.
1990.
1990. All right. Why was there a 2024 calendar in there in the hallway then in the last video? If we go in the hallway again, I'll point it out. But there is a December 2024 calendar hanging up in the hallway and a poster that says like back to 1990. So that doesn't make sense either. But 1990 year-wise makes sense here. But some of the like stage dressing and like bits and pieces on the background does not make sense for that. But 1990 makes sense. Anyways, the frail voice, Barbara's frail voice, steadies.
Miss Barbara, can I meet you in person?
If we find the red room.
You want to meet me?
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
assigned to.
I'm Vertin, the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation. I was sent to ask you about Erd's whereabouts.
I don't even know who Erd is. We haven't gone that far
You
yet.
don't seem to be in a favorable situation right now.
Yeah, she's in the red room.
Miss Burton, I couldn't possibly locate Erd's whereabouts. The whispers of the wind can't reach.
She looks so sad in her picture.
The whispers of the wind.
She was talking about the wind before. What is this fade out as well?
Yes, it's a special form of communication.
Is it sheep communication?
Right. Well, is there anything I can do to help you rebuild this?
I'm gonna be this is like, I never noticed there was corn. I never noticed, that's not the right tweet phrasing, by the way. But I never noticed she has a little sheep on her head. How did I never notice that? Was I just that, like, terrified during Tuesday's character story?
Let me first explain the situation to you. Here are a few things I'm certain of.
Okay, so we're getting some, this is like kind of the way to like
An ordinary motel.
connect things, it seems like.
This is some kind of supernatural life force.
Yeah, it's possessed by
Before
something.
checking in, I interviewed some of the residents nearby.
Okay.
They all mentioned eerie rumors centered around the motel these past few
Even we
months.
heard some of those, though.
Yes, we've
Yep.
encountered some bizarre events here, like real-life urban legends.
That too, we have also encountered some stuff.
Second, I'm not trapped
The
in a
red
motel.
room! Okay, so timeline-wise, I was right about the timeline.
In the same motel as yours. What's different is that it blocks all forms of communication.
Well, the hotel itself kind of blocked out communication for a while.
Open, and my voice didn't reach through the phone.
But
That
now we
wasn't
can.
Until a gunshot broke this intangible restraint.
Oh,
This small
when
attracted violence.
Argus shot the
And now
mirror.
I can communicate with the outside world.
Okay.
At
Thank you,
first,
Argus.
I thought it was an earthquake, but the contracted space soon returned to normal. Earthquakes can't do that, can they?
No, but shooting a cursed mirror can.
Before this happened, were you using spiders to communicate with the world outside?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, I was. As luck would have it, there are many spiders here.
There are many.
To the prevalence of spiders
Gosh.
in urban legends, I assume.
Or it's just a dusty, musty old motel with spiders. They can hear the sound of pages being turned from the other end of the telephone, so she's been writing everything down.
There's
Smart.
some paranoia about spiders living in hair. It
Oh,
originated
I've never
in
heard of that.
From 13th
I've
century
never
England.
heard this in my life. This spiders living in hair thing. Oh, I'm like, I'm not. I wish I never heard that. I wish I never heard that. I've never heard that in my life, and I wish I never did, because I'm gonna be thinking about that for at least another week. Oh my god, I have too much hair. Wait, no, because listen, I have very long hair on both my model and IRL. I have very long hair, so now anytime my head itches, I'm gonna be like, it's over. There's a spider living in my hair. Oh my god, I hate this so. This is the real horror.
A woman was always late to mass. Spent too much time styling her hair. Eventually,
See, I don't spend that much time styling my hair though, so maybe it's not that bad. But I kind of do. I kind of do. I'm like shaking, like.
Completely isolated from the outside world.
That threw me off. That one threw me off.
It reminded me of that terrible phenomenon.
What the even now I'm like, there's spiders in my hair. Oh my god, I hate it. Reverse. Why'd you have to do this to me? Blue Apple, come on. Why'd you have to let me find that out? I could have gone my whole life without knowing that. Anyways, she takes a few light breaths.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case.
Could have gone my whole life without knowing
But
that
you're
spiders
still
and hair
trapped in
thing.
that room, right?
Yeah, she's still in the red room.
Yes, the door's gone. I can't get out from the inside.
So we need to find the door,
How
which
did you get in
is
in the first
tricky
place?
because it only appears every
Bother.
now and then.
Who brought you into that room?
Tuesday! Pushed her in!
Well, who else could it be?
Well, this is gonna send home that Tuesday's involved.
Tuesday.
Yep, it was Tuesday.
Just as I expected.
It's all making sense,
Wait.
kind of. There's still like holes, but I'm assuming we'll find them out in the next little bit here. The mercenary cuts in. Hello, Argus.
You're the driver who left me on the road, right? I remember your voice.
That sucks now. I feel so bad if she remembered me like that, because that's how she got stuck in here. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's me.
Poor Argus.
I actually changed my mind and turned back to get you, but you were gone.
Yeah,
by the
she
time
left
I
real
arrived.
quick. It was only like,
I
less than 5
guess
minutes.
That's when you came to this motel, right?
Tuesday like snatched her up.
Yes. Tuesday saw me and invited me here.
That was like less than 5
Oh.
minutes.
Did you want to ask me something?
Have you seen a girl of about 5'3"
Yes, she was running around.
in a white dress, curly chestnut-colored hair, green eyes?
Is she gonna know what color her eyes were? Because that if two people say it, then. Oh my god.
I may have seen her.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
When I first arrived, I saw a girl who matched your description coming down the hallway.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
carrying an empty basket. I presumed that she'd been shopping in the town nearby.
You mean Chisos? Because that's where
If
she
I recall
was.
correctly, she didn't check out.
Thank you.
Gosh. She slumps her shoulders and the light in her eye dim. She says no more. Ba-bum. Ugh.
How can we find this room?
Yeah, this is our new objective then.
Just in the
Because we know
hallway,
we know
number 707.
Kayla's somewhere.
Look for a door covered in red.
I know there's a door with a red like placard on it. Oh, I believe the phone lines were just cut.
Looks like the phone got disconnected.
Yep. That's not good because that
Barbara's in
means
that room that Stefan saw.
someone's catching on.
707.
Someone's catching on.
I'm going to
Technically,
find
Veritan
it.
saw the room too, because
What about you?
I'm assuming Veritan
you
saw it for a hot
found Kayla?
second. We should not split up. After a brief silence, Argus speaks. Is she
I
deciding?
did notice a weird spot in the hallway earlier. The maid's footprints were going back and forth like there was an entrance there,
Yep, because she's come in a couple times.
but I didn't see no signs of a door.
Yep. All right. She scratches her head with the barrel of her gun again, and they have like the really good
I wouldn't be
scratching
surprised
sound
if
effect,
you
and I
got
don't like it.
your own gun one day.
That'd be a memorable way to go.
Damn.
All right, enough kidding around.
Okay. She perks up. Okay.
Our little Miss Maid tried so very
So
hard
Argus
to
is
help
helping
Barbara
us now.
from us,
Just
but I guess the
'cause she's in
lamb's
it.
out of the bag now.
lambs out of the bag.
Yes, it's all crystal clear now. Let's go.
It's not fully crystal clear though,
Hold up
because
a
there's
sec,
still
boss.
how is everyone connected, right? Like we know kind of what's happening now, but we don't know how is Tuesday connected to the Manus, connected to the well, we know the Manus and the Order of Enlightenment are kind of the same thing at this point, but is it connected to Tuesday? We knew that from the bit with Lilia, but we aren't for sure. And also, it seems like Lilia isn't in the Red Room, because if she was in the Red Room, Barbara would have said something about it, or Lilia herself would have been like, hey, what the hell, guys? Like, she would have been cursing up a storm in the background. So, yeah, we're still just missing that one section of how is it all connected? How, like, we need that, and then that's probably going to be like a chain effect to figure out everything else. Like, how is Kayla involved? How, Stefan, there's, like, still
Do you
holes in it.
have any
Kimberly, what was she doing
candies?
here?
I'm running on fumes here, and I ain't got no way to replenish my
Argus.
stash.
We've already talked about the candies. Asking for help seems very difficult for her. We actually haven't really talked about the candies. She pulls a few pieces of candy from her pocket and places them in Argus's palm.
Us and Barbara will be out of here soon,
Yeah.
and you'll find some candy and Kyla in town.
Yay. Yay. We need to find everyone. To be continued. Yay. Ugh. So much happening. We have a section here. Yes. Okay. So we have a reading exercise. 20th century miracles. Details a significant event of the late 20th century. It is also essential reading. So let's read that report then. Our essential reading exercise. All right. It is long, but I will be going through all of it as per usual. It is an experiment report. Okay. So first we have the methods section. All right. Through the aid of voluntary donations, the research team extracted a nucleus from a female arcanine and an egg cell from a female human. So, okay. The nucleus was cultivated and processed to enhance its receptivity to new genetic instruction. After injecting the donor cell nucleus into the egg cell, I also don't know words, so I'm just skipping words I don't know at this point. An electric pulse was used to fuse the nucleus with the egg cytoplasm, initiating cell division. None of this makes sense. I don't know biology. I took it twice. I don't know biology. Listen, I took it once in high school and once in college, all right? I don't know what I'm doing. The second time I took it in college, it was online. Anyways, during this process, the ratio of Arcanist to human genetic material was adjusted to be nearly equal. Well, does that make sense? That makes sense. In experiment number 277, the embryo developed well, meeting the criteria for transplantation, and was implemented into... Okay, cool, yeah. Oh, this is Barbara. All right, I'm gonna skip as much as I can because I don't know what will get demonetized and what won't. So she's 60% Arcanist. Okay, that kind of ruins it, doesn't it? Oh, not from the Manus, not from the Manus. Wait, but so Tuesday, if she is working with the Manus, kind of is going for anyone then, because I know earlier on, I think it was Veritan said that the Manus only go for people who are 100% Arcanist, and Miss Barbara is not. It's only 60. I'm assuming that's what this is supposed to be a nod to. For unknown reason, its head is highly similar to... Okay, brain development has not been affected. All right, 2 months old, the subject's development is slower than that of contemporary human and Arcanist infants. Mild symptoms of lung infection have been found. Okay, same, bestie. I think that's a little bit older than 2 months, but I had like one of those like respiratory things as a very young child. And then again, as a toddler-ish child. Yeah, gotta love when the chronic illness is just there always in some way. At 4 months old, the subject's development is slower than that of contemporary human and Arcanist infants, but it showed significant responses to music and human language, with consistent reactions to specific sounds. Me too, bestie. I'm kidding. More so that I also vibe with music heavy. Cause of the lung infection was identified. The subject's lungs tested positive for the JSRV retrovirus, commonly found in sheep living indoors for extended periods. That makes sense. It was suggested that a veterinary team be brought in for consultation. Okay, 6 months old, the subject's physical development is slower than that of contemporary human and Arcanist infants and may stop developing prematurely. Sterile room staff reported that the subject began consciously mimicking communication behaviors as expected. Educational classes and moral guidance videotapes were initiated. The lung infection worsened and the subject showed a strong allergic reaction to chemical fiber products. That sucks. Oh, this is the country. Oh yeah, I forgot she likes country music. 10 months old, the subject can engage in rudimentary communication, exhibiting good brain development. Multiple tests have confirmed that American country music is effective in alleviating the subject's allergic reactions, the cause of which is yet to be determined. Interesting. Okay, so that's why I think I was actually questioning that in the part in Tuesday's character story, because she like freaks out and she's like, oh no, my headphones, I must be listening to my music. And that's why they probably never found a proper reason. So she's just been listening to country music this whole time and they weren't able to find like a proper cure. So that's just what she does. Okay. At 22 months old, so just under 2 years, the subject performed excellently in communication and intelligence tests, possessing the intelligence level of a 7-year-old human child. Okay, interesting. At 23 months old, bone tests indicated that the subject's physical development will cease completely by the age of 12. That makes sense, because I am also 5 feet tall, like Barbara, and stopped growing at about age 12. So you know what? Actually, I think I stopped growing like even before that. I think I stopped like height-wise. I think I stopped growing at like 10. So that because I was very tall as a young child and then I just stopped. So that makes full sense actually. Because like, girl, me too. Me too, girl. That makes sense. That makes sense. So yeah, that makes sense. If I was very, very tall, I had huge growth spurt and then stopped growing entirely. If she grew like at a normal rate and stopped at 12, that makes sense. So that is entirely humanly possible, or humanly sheeply possible, because it happened to me. Anyways, part 15, the front desk call. Another story stage. All right, there is the red room, which is, I guess, right next door, but in another dimension. Okay, because there's the red plaque on the door. Yeah. Dial the number and service swiftly follows. A good motel should offer nothing less. We've done no combat in this, and I'm like totally okay with that, by the way. Totally okay with that. I do think it's quite funny though that I am way too similar to Barbara, the sheep girl. Except I hate country music. In the center of the red room stands a snow white crib. Yep, there it is. There it is. I'm so glad we did Tuesday's character story before, because that it explains the whole bit. The hanging curtains sway slightly like pulsating veins. An Arcanist with the head of a sheep stands there, silently observing the translucent fabric. Footsteps draw closer, but she doesn't turn to face them.
Are you not satisfied
Tuesday.
with my services?
No, you trapped Barbara here
No
and...
matter what,
You shouldn't have cut the phone off.
Yeah, I knew it was Tuesday who cut the phone off. The maid withdraws her hand from the telephone's hook switch with a hint of apology. Oh shit, she cut it off on Barbara's end.
Isolated me from the outside world.
Yeah.
Because
There's a
you
term
know
for
better
that
than anyone
Barbara
about it.
uses in the character story, but I forget what it, like there's an official term for that. Anyways.
Why should I? All I know is that a poor, helpless child like you shouldn't be alone on the road.
Well, now you have her alone in the mouth-washing room, so...
Didn't she tell you to be careful?
God. Oh, now that we know Barbara's, like, backstory lore, that's a deep cut. Because she, like, technically, yes, she has, I guess, technically 2 moms. But I don't know if she ever knew them. So that hurts. That hurts. She sighs softly.
You
That's
really don't
that's
remember
rough.
anything, do you?
That's rough.
What do you mean? What do you think I should remember?
That you trapped her here?
Well, clearly it doesn't matter now. This motel's well decorated.
Oh, Barbara's just playing
Did
into
you
it now.
do all this yourself?
She's like, forget it, I'm playing into this. The maid smiles.
Are all children like this? Always talking in circles to draw Mama's attention?
Yeah, you wouldn't know because you have an alligator baby.
Oh, but these innocent words make them all the more adorable.
Really, Tuesday? Really?
I am not a child.
Oh yeah, because she's so short. I say that, but we're the same
That's exactly what
height.
a child would say.
She's not a kid, Tuesday. I keep saying she's short, but I'm the same height as her. Anyways, she yields helplessly.
I've always
Damn.
felt a familiarity with you. Like I've known you for a long time.
Well, you're insane, Tuesday. We've been over
Can you
this.
Tell me about it. Why were you out here on Route 77 all alone?
Because she was working.
Maybe I can help you.
No, unless you let her go.
Have you heard of Atu?
Oh,
Yes, she has. She said she had earlier.
It's a magazine about fashion, trends, and the avant-garde.
No.
My brother loved that magazine, but my father found it unacceptable. To think his eldest son would read those softies magazines instead of
Do
working
we
on
need to
his
unpack
own.
this, Tuesday?
Fashion, trends, disco. These aren't things a Texan man should pursue.
Why not,
At least
Tuesday?
according to my father.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Why not, Tuesday?
In the end, my father destroyed all my brother's disco records, along with his plane ticket to Los Angeles.
Those are expensive, dude. Why'd you...
That's for the best. He avoided the riot.
I've been tracking plane tickets to LA for a month for Anime Impulse, and they have not gone down at all. They have been above $300 this whole time. I've been tracking them since November. It's now January. Those are expensive. I know that flight.
Huh?
Even though this is in 1990, they were probably cheaper then, but
Nothing.
adjusted for inflation,
So,
God knows.
What do you think?
Oh my god. Tuesday, do we need to unpack what's going on at home though, Tuesday? Because I think we probably should. But that we'd be here for like another half hour if we did. Like what you want to like though. Texas be damned. She's treating the maid as an interview subject. Oh, that makes sense. The woman behind the legend, a chance not to be missed. Okay, so she's kind of playing with her back by treating her like someone she's interviewing. That's really good. That's interesting. Distracting her that way. I wonder if she has like a plan. She looks somewhat surprised.
Why should I have any opinion?
Because that would be a good distraction to make
Let
somebody
me
think
rephrase
like,
that. What impact has this had on you?
to almost kind of play with them psychologically and the fact that like you make them feel like important and special by interviewing them sort of thing. I think it's a good distraction.
Oh,
Especially Barbara being like an editor or journalist or whatever. That seems like she knows how to do that. Tuesday ponders for a moment, then shakes her head.
but what happened between them has nothing to do with me, does it?
Well, you were living in the house, weren't
These
you?
were the choices they made.
Because that had to have affected you in some way, because it's your family making like fighting like this. She purses her lips, her face flushed.
When I first arrived, a local resident told me not to stay at Tuesday's motel.
All right, she's changing tactics.
He said his aunt went mad soon after she stayed here.
Okay. Oh, the windows rattle gently, emitting a faint sound. It sounded like a door.
I remember that lady. Her head was so large. It reminded me of those stories of people with deformities.
Tuesday? What is that supposed to
I
mean?
watch a freak show at midnight. Sadly, she didn't seem to enjoy it.
That's so mean. Tuesday, you're deranged. A harvester starts up in the distance. The sound of the engine fills the room. How could you hear it from here, though?
At this time of year, the farmers run their combine harvesters on the fields nonstop. The harvest is a joyful time of year.
Okay.
The accompanying noise always frightens the children.
That is an alligator baby Tuesday. We haven't talked about the alligator baby in a minute.
Of how naughty children get too close to harvesters and get caught in them, losing a hand or even a head.
Oh my god, wait. Her voice is getting that little crazy edge to it.
Machinery, children with severed limbs.
This is getting really creepy.
These stories are exactly what my motel's missing.
Tuesday? She's lost it. She's totally lost it. The window rattling grows more frantic. Have we found the...
Colin, please excuse me. I don't want another temper tantrum on my hands.
She says my baby's calling. Is she talking about the
Apologies,
hotel?
My fluffy little child.
Maybe.
I look forward to our next conversation. Talking to you always brings me inspiration.
Tuesday, what do you mean by that? You know what? I don't want to know what you mean by that.
Busy lately. It's starting to get on my nerves.
Tuesday, this is your job? The maid speaks slowly, her face flushed again. But it's not her job. Oh, her cough is weak, like a sickly child's. That's
See,
gonna...
This is what I mean. How could I bear to
I knew that was
sit
gonna do
alone?
something.
You'll stay right here in this cozy
Did
room
her
until you're fully
headphones
recovered.
die? Or like the Walkman?
I don't need this special treatment of yours. Staying here won't cure my illness.
Because the only thing I can think is that her Walkman died. The batteries.
Just get some sleep. You'll come to your senses after a good rest. I'll see you soon.
Where is she supposed to sleep? The maid lightly steps out of the room. Because that's the thing, there's no bed in here, just the crib. Barbara watches as the door vanishes. And then our peephole is gone. And there's Tuesday. There she is. Wait. Okay, so she's looking at the body not being there. I thought she did it. That's concerning, ain't it? All right, cool, great, fun and fresh. She looks at the pool of blood in the hallway where the officer's body once was. Okay, so he was an officer of Xeno, officially. Okay.
How
And she
many
knew that.
times have I told you not to eat things off the floor?
The house absorbed the body. Okay, all right. The house is now crying. Well, it's not a house, it's the motel, hotel, whatever. The bundle in her arms suddenly lets out a strange cry. I say house because a lot of like motels and like bed and breakfasts in Texas are just converted houses. So I keep calling it a house for that reason. Anyways,
There.
like there's a lot of like restaurants, there's a lot of places in Texas that are really just converted houses. You see it a lot here. All right, to be continued. Like these are going by really quickly, which is like, I feel like it's just making me scared a little bit. Part 16, Picrasma Candy. If anything, it pleases the palate. So looks like we run into Tuesday at like the red door outside. This is so funny, by the way. Like this door or this room is the only one that's like hidden in this view because we don't know what's in there. I guess this one technically is too, but this is a very tiny room. Is this even a real, what does this door do? Part 16, let's go. This is technically, I believe, the last part I wanted to get done in this video, but it's not even been 40 minutes yet. So, because that's it.
The spot.
That's the door, technically. Hypothetically, I think it should be... Well, I guess it would all be on this side. Okay, that makes more sense. So this would technically be the room we were just in. This is that random door. And then our room is all the way off like screen here, technically. But hypothetically, this should be the one we were just in. Like one of these two over here, because that's the end of the hallway. This should be the red door, but you can't see the plaque from there. So it's right here.
Sure is shooting.
I don't think I have to censor the blood on the floor. We're okay there. But anyways, it's paint, guys. It's red paint. The hallway looks identical to any other, but that's the red door.
Look, these footprints. They're less than 10 minutes old.
Because Tuesday just went in there and talked to Barbara.
That's the door to room 707.
We're right by
I can
it.
sense some energy fluctuations nearby, but they're definitely not from arcane skills.
I always wondered about this because this had like a little red plaque on it because we'd seen this shop before. That's the red door. She presses her palm against the wall. She's gonna like press something.
What else could produce such intense energy?
The red room. Easy.
Oh, Can I help you with something?
You could help us with a lot of things, Tuesday, but I don't think you can help us at all right now. The maid's voice comes unexpectedly from behind them. Terrifying.
Miss Tuesday, I've got a question for you.
Do we think she's going to answer anything, though? Because she's either going to, like, not answer it and lie again, or she's going to, like, flat out answer it, and it's going to be really creepy. She stares intently at the maid, though, her gaze sharp as if she's finally caught the scent of her prey.
Do you know how to get to room 707?
Oh.
707?
She's going to lie about it.
Yup. What I've been looking for might just be in that room.
Not necessarily, though. Because technically she's looking for Kayla, but...
I'm happy to satisfy the requests of my guests, as long as it's within my power.
Okay, so how she's going to answer this is not a lie, because she's like, that's not in my power.
Crosses the line.
Yeah, but even though it is...
Shame.
It is in her power to show us 707.
And thence we came forth to see again the stars.
Oh, that's some arcane skill stuff. After a brief moment, a glimmer of emerald light reignites in her eye.
Using arcane skills so frequently is bad for your eyes.
It's only right now because we're in a pickle.
Family ever tell you that?
It's just because we're in a pickle, Tuesday. Her voice carries genuine concern, and that's what makes her so creepy.
So you knew what we were doing all along.
Ooh. That makes sense.
Of course. You weren't exactly subtle in your actions. What did you expect?
Because she acted the same way to Lilia, I think.
Now.
Huh. What does that mean? What?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what do you mean by that, Tuesday? If she starts counting... Yep, she starts counting down. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Screw this. Your mind games won't work on me.
They're working on me, Argus. They're working on me. I'm terrified. What the... If I get jump scared... I swear to God! The light in the mercenary's eye goes out in an instant. Her eyes widen.
Huh? Who turned the lights off?
Hey, wait. Oh, because has, like, night blindness. Oh, dear God. Tuesday, that's low. That is low, Tuesday. Don't do that! The hallway lights are as bright as ever.
The lights are still on, dear.
Oh, wait. She shut it out just for Argus? How did she do that? Argus doesn't respond. She pulls a candy from her pocket. Okay. Her hands tremble slightly, causing it to slip from her grasp and fall to the floor with a clack. Tuesday, that is so mean. That is so mean. You know Argus's eyes aren't good. Stop that. That's so mean. I'm not gonna forget your earlier comments either, Tuesday. She picks it up and places it back in Argus's hand. Veritin.
You rely far too much on pick Rasma candy. It can't solve all your problems.
Well, there wouldn't have been a problem if it wasn't for Tuesday doing God knows what just now. I'm blaming Tuesday for that one. Argus did nothing wrong. She tosses the candy into her mouth and chews it along with the dust from the floor. Oof.
They
Poor
usually
thing.
work wonders for me.
Oh my God, wait, both of her
Candy
eyes.
restores 50% of my vision, but in my line of work,
Both of her eyes are
50%
just like
is
dim.
never enough.
Oh, Argus.
That's why I take 2. I need my vision to be at least 100%.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. She runs the candy along her tongue and the expected sweetness fills her mouth.
That'll do the job most of the time, but sometimes I've got an extremely challenging task. That's when I eat a 3rd candy. At that point, it's getting extremely dangerous.
Argus. She pops another candy into her mouth. This is Tuesday's fault.
I'll be able to see now.
But she can't because Tuesday did something! I hit my microphone. No miracle occurs. Her eyes remain still like a night sky with no stars.
Should I take more?
Argus, just stop. We'll figure this out, sweetie.
Absolutely not.
Don't listen to Tuesday, but also just, like, listen to her for, like, this one thing.
Eaten is exactly why your eyes have failed you.
No.
And in such a crucial moment, no less.
Tuesday is playing mind games.
Success leads to destruction. This is true for all things. You do well to learn your limits.
I mean, that's a way to put it. You don't want it to do anything in excess, but, like, still.
I also had to
Tuesday is
careful
orchestrating
not to
this.
frighten those children too much.
Tuesday is doing something here. The maid seems to relive some fond memories, a satisfied look on her pale face.
You've always put your faith in these candies, haven't you?
Tuesday, this is not time for therapy.
1 candy, 50% recovery. 2 candies, 100%.
That's what she just told you,
You can
yes.
tackle even the most insurmountable problem.
That's what she just told you.
Oh, how dependable they are. Just like the venerable Argus, who succeeds in any job she takes on.
See, now it's getting creepy again. Now it's getting really creepy. She chuckles. Haha, I don't like that. Don't like that. Oh, this is the calendar, by the way.
Excessive confidence in these candies that has led to your marvelous destruction.
This is the calendar, by the way. If you look closely on like a better view of it, it says December 2024, but it looks more like it reads 1990 now. It looks like it might be different, but earlier it did say December 2024, and this is like something back to 1990, or back in 1990, this poster right here. I just wanted to point that out because I noticed it.
People's trust in you as a
But that's the
mercenary
background
has led
stuff
you
that
to
makes no
this
sense.
bottomless abyss. Oh, you poor thing.
And I would say, oh, it's just a reused asset, but like they made this background
You'd
for
never have imagined
this event.
this. Argus, the mercenary named after the 100-eyed.
I did know that.
all-seeing
What Argus was named
giant.
after,
In fact,
because it's a
blind
mythology
fool.
thing. I think it's Greek mythology.
Who
I'm
the
pretty
hell
sure.
are you?
Yeah, who are you, Tuesday? Well, she fires in the direction of her voice, the gunshot ringing in their ears. And the house is angry! That's terrifying. The bullet pierces the wall, and a strange wail echoes through the halls of the motel.
Damn it! Damn it!
Does she think she hit the baby?
Missed me.
But because it was... Oof. She takes her fingers into her hand as she tries to control her trembling. Argus, sweetie, put down the gun. She steps forward, pushing her chest against the barrel of the gun. Okay.
There you go. Now there's no way you can miss. But do you have the guts to pull the trigger?
Tuesday, I swear to God, she tilts her head slightly, smiling.
The decision's yours to make. But once I'm dead, you'll never find room 707.
She's terrifying.
Kayla, everything you're looking for is all in that room.
Is Kayla in there?
Isn't it?
And what happened to Lilia?
Don't you dare say her name with that filthy mouth!
Oh,
But why?
oh.
Miss Kayla's such a lovely guest. I very much enjoyed her company.
Is Kayla in there? The maid looks at the mercenary's face with interest as it twists in rage.
Enough.
Yeah, Fairton, it was enough like 5 minutes ago.
Talk.
It was enough when she made Argus go blind for a moment.
Actually, my baby's eager to meet you.
You mean the house baby or the alligator baby?
Baby.
The house baby or the alligator baby? She looks at the bundle of swaddling cloth in the maid's arms. Okay, the alligator baby.
Yes. In fact, the baby is the master of this motel.
I guess technically the house baby and the alligator baby are the same thing, because the house baby took on a physical form at the end of Tuesday's character story,
I think the two of
and
you ought to meet each
that
other
was
first.
the alligator baby.
Here. Hold it.
What did she just say? She holds out the bundle? Oh dear God. It's so weird seeing her without the alligator baby. Oh my God. She places it in her arms. The bundle is much lighter than she expected. Not the weight of a child, because it's an alligator!
This is
Alligator baby. She sees the carpet beneath her feet transform into a quagmire. Tuesday stands on top of the mud, smiling at her. The mercenary shouts are dulled. It's as if she's been plunged underwater. Put down the alligator baby! She hears hurried footsteps approaching from a distance and feels the once light bundle become as heavy as lead. Something engulfs her ankles, pulling her down, down, down into a world of endless darkness. And now we're split up. Put down the alligator baby! An emerald flame struggles to light up, and the mercenary, lying on the ground, tightly grabs her hand. Oh.
Not while I draw breath.
Go Argus!
August.
Put down the alligator baby, Verton! Put it down! Drop it! The maid presses her foot against Argus's fingers and steps down. Argus screams,
Don't
Dude!
interrupt them.
Dude!
There's no need to worry, Miss Burton. I've done this countless times.
Therein lies the problem.
Allow me to peer into your dreams.
Maybe not. Maybe let's not do that. Veriton's been through a lot. God damn. Okay, so one more. Originally I wasn't gonna do any more in this video, but it's only been 50 minutes. Okay, the puddle on the road. This is actually a combat stage. The road ahead is long. Try not to let it soak your shoes. And we're still in the same place, it looks like. But Veriton's on the ground. Or no, Argus is on the ground now. Okay. Veriton is still just standing here. So maybe she's still physically here? Unsure, but let's start. Especially because my stamina is going to cap if it's not already capped. Part 17, and then we'll be done for today and we'll finish out in the next video. What the hell was that? The sounds of the world fade into total silence, and when she opens her eyes again, there's nothing but darkness and her bell ringing.
Where am I?
I'm clicking through kind of quickly because I don't want to hear that bell. Plop! A cool drop of water falls on her nose. Okay, this is actually kind of terrifying, by the way, but this looks like from a horror game. You could tell. You fooled me.
Is that rain?
It's the storm, but like storm trauma.
I can catch anything with a toss.
That was terrifying. It's like dark now, by the way. The sun has completely gone down at 6:20. I'm terrified, guys. Okay, that one I was prepared for.
Burton, that's why you gathered us here, right?
Oh my god, like the glitches scare me. Glitches like that scare me though.
You shouldn't be here.
Just because it's like,
You understand what we desire most, right, Burton?
I don't like this. The falling rain surrounds them. The children watch curiously.
Burton, we made it,
The
right?
ring. I'm assuming this is in relation to Verton's backstory, but I haven't done that chapter of the main story yet, so
Isabella, haven't you seen the rain before?
I don't fully. I do know a little bit about the lore for the game, though, obviously. So the children reach out as they try to catch the raindrops in their hands. Terrifying! That's terrifying!
Are you afraid of children? Or rain?
This is terrifying. Tuesday just standing there menacingly. I don't know if she's afraid of both. Or if I don't know if she's afraid of either, but so, like a secret third thing. A familiar voice echoes in the darkness. It's Tuesday, unfortunately.
No, I'm not afraid of them.
That's a
Rain is
secret
common.
third thing.
It's always falling somewhere in the world.
Fair.
It's merely an ordinary weather phenomenon.
But she's also like talking herself out of it. The maid snaps her fingers. The raindrops halt, then start to flow upwards. And they're in the colors.
It's the kind of rain you're afraid of, isn't it?
I mean, wouldn't you be afraid of it?
I've never seen rain fall upwards. Is this some creation of
She's
your
never seen a storm.
imagination? Still, I don't see why I'd be afraid of rain falling in reverse.
It's not necessarily the rain itself, but
Do
what
you
comes
care
with
to
it.
enlighten me, dear child?
Oh, it's sweet, sweet Tuesday. I don't think you want to know.
It's Tuesday, please. Stop trying to get in my head and tell me where Argus is.
Don't not get close to me. The maid ignores her and steps close. Do not get close to
Before I
me.
met you,
Get away from her.
I never thought that a person without fear could exist in the world. I've never once guessed someone's fear incorrectly either. You really are something else.
You didn't guess incorrectly.
Oh.
These reversed raindrops have brought utter chaos to the world, pulverizing people under the crushing wheel of time.
Yep.
You should be thankful you've never
Yep.
seen it.
Yep.
But it can't stop us anymore. Because the umbrella's here.
Oh, she opens the umbrella.
At
And
least
there's...
now, when the storm comes, I can hold up the umbrella and protect my companions.
Oh, what a shot. That's probably gonna be the thumbnail, not even gonna lie.
And although this ability has come too late for some,
Oh.
we still have a future to protect.
Yeah, you tell him, Verton. You tell him.
Why are you so obsessed with people's fears? Your
'Cause
hands
the
have
house
been
feeds
trembling
on
with
it.
Excitement this whole time.
The house feeds on fear. The maid clasps her hands under her chin, her face flushed like a blooming flower.
So I wasn't wrong at all.
Huh.
Why waste your time with that mercenary? She may look tough, but she's hollow inside. Have you ever eaten a macadamia nut? Crack
I'm sorry, I
the
shouldn't be
hard shell,
laughing, but this is
and
just
you'll
like...
find the delicious center.
This is so bizarre.
The soft texture and rich flavor. of
There it is.
fear.
The house feeds on fear, but so does Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. This has to end. You are the one pulling the strings here, aren't you?
But why is she pulling those strings? This is such a cool shot, by the way. This is very cool. The maid blushes as she twirls her skirt with one hand.
Oh, what an astounding accusation.
Oh, God.
Oh, do I feel so gratified. I've never felt so satiated in my entire life.
Hey guys, who else is scared? Because I'm scared. Her very being seems to be caught in a strange tremor.
Oh, you. You're the only one who's ever seen through me. How exhilarating.
Damn, okay.
However, your accusation missed the mark.
That's what I thought. I knew there was something missing. There's still something missing. She stretches out her hands. They look especially pure under the rain.
You see my hands? They're immaculate. Never once tainted by a single drop of blood.
Because the house is doing the killing. It's by making people go insane.
You see, I barely do anything to make people's fears arise.
Yeah, it's the motel because it's sentient. Her hands tremble with excitement. Then how is she like holding the water? Wouldn't it like?
Fear created through physical harm is its crudest and most base form.
Well, I mean,
What I crave is the fear that lingers in their heart
this is terrifying.
forever.
Tuesday, sweetie. The maid's cheeks flush a faint pink.
The kind of
The
fear that
okay.
even years later, when they recount their experiences,
I think there's a car alarm going off outside. Should I be concerned about this?
A seed of fear is planted in the listeners' hearts.
Yeah, there's a car alarm going off in the parking lot. I hope you can't hear that because I can through my headphones, even though there's like a million noises going on here. I hope it's not my car because I'm not going down to fix that.
Fear in my guests, and they become my beloved children.
What do you mean by that? In the rain, her fingers tremble uncontrollably and a beautiful smile spreads across her face. Okay, what does she mean by
Where is
children?
she? Where's Argus?
Where's Argus? Where's Barbara? Where's Lilia?
Suppose she's experiencing her own fears right now. Under that hard mercenary exterior, she's tormented by them.
What are you doing to her?
Imagine that.
Sorry, Miss Tuesday.
What is
I'm
happening?
not interested in this vile obsession of yours.
Yeah, no. I am a little bit. I'm kind of intrigued by what's happening here, but the one with the umbrella walks deeper into the darkness. The car alarm is still going off, by the way. Oh, it went off. It stopped. Thank God. Oh, okay. The sound of birds chirping fills the air. Argus is back home on those familiar plains. Oh, dear. So this must be her flashback?
This is...
Okay. She stands in the field, nothing but the wind and the rustling grass before her.
Howdy, Argus. Long time no see. We thought you'd never come back.
Oh.
Mr. Dennis? Why are you here?
So what is her fear?
Oh boy, you listening to yourself? Why wouldn't I be here?
I'm assuming this will go
It's my
deeper into
daughter's
this.
wedding day.
In
Huh?
her character story, possibly.
Well, congratulations.
Is that Kayla's dad? She finally catches on.
But you really shouldn't be here. Don't you remember? 3 years ago, your daughter ran away from home.
Oh.
She left a letter and then went with Mr. Schaefer to a city in the northeast.
Oh.
Detroit, I think? I don't quite remember.
This has become very funny now because, hi, if you're new here, I didn't grow up in Texas. I did grow up in Michigan, and that's where Detroit is. So this being the Texas event is really funny because I now live in Texas and there's a Michigan reference. That's really funny. The two places I've lived.
Come on, quit fooling around.
That's really funny. Why would you willingly go up to Detroit though? I'm sorry.
Searching, I found
Listen,
her.
I grew up in Michigan, so I can say this. There's nothing in Michigan anymore. There is nothing
So
there.
You went to Detroit yourself.
There is nothing there. Why would you go there? Like, I'm indifferent towards Texas, but at least there's more things to do here. This taking place in like the 1980s, 1990s though, makes more sense because I feel like I think there was more happening up in Detroit and Michigan in general back then. So that makes sense. I will give you that. You got me there.
And then you...
You got me there. Her words drift off. Dennis died in Detroit while looking for his daughter. At least that's what she remembers. Damn. Oh, hello. 1987 is when he died. 3 years before 1990. Okay. But how can that be? He's right here standing in front of her.
In any case, I'm sorry I couldn't bring her back.
Oh.
What are you talking about, Argus?
That's really funny though that like this event
Must be
has mentioned like
tired
2
from
different
working
places,
on all
and
those
it's
requests.
the 2
Have
places
so
I've lived in my
quickly
lifetime.
on you. I've told them so many times to go easy on you.
It's both in one
That's it.
event. That just
I had a request for you myself.
ridiculous. Actually, it mentioned a 3rd place and it was LA, and I've been to LA quite a few times. So fair enough. Fair enough. The car alarm outside is going off again. Townsman winks and hands her an invitation.
Come to Alice's wedding.
Okay, Alice, it's not Kayla.
We've prepared plenty of food and beer, and we've got the chapel choir together. Don't miss out, Missy.
Does she fear like the world going on without her or something like
Sorry.
that? Does
I
she
won't
fear
be there.
having to like face clients she's let down? I'm not sure. Why, Argus? Car alarm is still going off.
I need to deliver a letter to Mrs. Mary's husband. She can't go herself because of her bad legs, you see.
The car alarm stopped again.
Hey, August, I didn't ask you to deliver any letters.
Oh, well, that's Miss Mary.
Mrs. Mary.
Or Mrs. Mary. I don't care about that.
Didn't you...
Mary passed away in 1989. August saw her August saw her coffin lowered into the ground. All right. Another person declared dead is now standing before her, smiling brightly. She fears death, but Argus fears death.
You're still alive?
And so she's seeing all these people who she knows are dead.
What kind of nonsense are you spouting? You really ought to take a proper...
Or she's like haunted by
Today's
these people she
Alice's
thinks she
birthday.
let down.
We should all be at her wedding, don't you think?
It's something like that. It has to do with death.
Child, why are your hands shaking?
Oh. Poor Argus.
Are you afraid?
Oh. I thought she sounded like Tuesday, like
Are
the...
you afraid of their happiness?
Oh.
Or are you afraid of your failure?
Failure. Yeah, there it is.
I'm not a failure.
She's afraid of failure, or she perceives herself as a failure, which
Oh, my sweet
understandable.
child.
I thought that not the tone of voice, but like I guess would it be intonation? I'm not entirely sure what the correct word would be, but I thought it sounded like how Tuesday speaks, even though it's like obviously not her voice actor. I was right.
Argus, Argus, got a message to send? Go get Argus, your trusted friend.
This is getting really creepy now.
August,
The singing makes it really, really creepy.
August, she's got your back.
This is. Are we done? A foreign voice echoes through their mouths and surrounds her. It's Tuesdays. That would be Tuesday. Ah, we're doing this again. Okay. Her surroundings recede like a tide, leaving only a girl in white standing before her. Wrapped in a half-soiled birth cloth, a lamb lies at her feet. The girl's hands are covered in blood. Okay, her smile is as pure as a dove.
It's me, Kayla. You haven't forgotten me, have you?
Gosh. With the lamb as well. Because she feels guilty about the bit
It's getting
from
dark.
before.
We should take them back. Ain't no way they'll make it through the night out here with their mama hurt.
Dear God.
And you can't see a thing at night.
Yeah, we need to go back now. Can't delay any longer.
Because this is the flashback back from before. It comes back too. It did come back.
What?
The flashback from before came back multiple
Hold on
times.
a moment.
Wait. The lamb bleats.
What are you doing?
And what are we doing? Ah! Ah!
There.
Wait, the blue eyes! Her eyes are blue now. Wait, are those Tuesday's eyes? Oh, she kneels down and gently strokes the lamb's neck. The lamb bows its head and licks her fingertips. Okay. Kayla smiles and tightens her grip around the lamb's neck. It lets out a piercing cry, sending a distant flock of birds into the air. She's gonna kill the lamb. What the hell? The cry becomes weaker, more strangled, and then silent as the life is squeezed out of its body. Dear God, don't do that!
Isn't it better to die a quick death than end up in the belly of a wolf?
I'm not so sure about that,
You have the
Kayla.
right to make that decision. No living thing is born to simply die. It could have stood up. It could have survived.
Okay. The girl gets to her feet.
We can go now.
This is so
No.
messy.
Don't go.
Oh. The girl smiles as the long grass rustles against her flowing skirt in the breeze.
Oh,
You've reminded me.
Are those Tuesday's eyes? Because they're not Kayla's.
Problems left unsolved. Those two. Over there.
And she had that like southern accent for a minute that she doesn't have normally. Argus looks into the distance. Dennis and Mary are standing and smiling at her. That's terrifying.
Kill them.
Oh!
It would only take 2 bullets. 3 seconds max.
Don't kill them! They're already
As
dead!
long as they're alive, they'll come after you just as hard as you hunt the targets of your missions. I'm sure you know that better than I do.
What the heck?
Why should I kill them?
This is so messed up.
Do you need a reason?
Yes!
Just do as we've always done. I say, and you do. No need to think about it. Isn't that what you pride yourself on?
Is that another fear she has? She
Alliance
doesn't know
for
what she would do
betraying
without
fellow
Kayla?
brothers. That's all a mercenary needs to be. Isn't that
Maybe.
the so-called value of a mercenary that you always talk about?
There's definitely other fears in here that probably have to do with her
No,
feeling like she's
it
not
ain't
enough,
true.
and it coincides with that fear thing.
What's with the hesitation?
Or not fear thing, but the
anyway?
fear of failure
It's
thing.
not like you give a damn about other people's lives.
Because I feel like this Kayla, this version of Kayla in her mind,
To kill them is because you enjoy how they always
is
praise
almost
you and
like
defend
her
them.
inner monologue. It's like not necessarily self-deprecating, but this like inner monologue that's just constantly putting her down. I feel like that's what this is. It also has to do with the fear of failure thing, obviously, because if you fear failure that much, then your inner voice is probably telling you how much of a failure you are. Kind of like what Kayla's doing now. Anyways,
You ain't Kayla.
yep. It's just
Seriously?
taking on like this image of
Are you
Kayla because
saying
Argus
I'm
probably
flawed
sees Kayla
just
as like this
because I
perfect
don't meet
person.
Your expectations of what I'm supposed to be.
Oof. The girl gives an inexplicable smile. It's definitely like Tuesday
If
pulling the
you think
strings.
I'm not Kayla. Then why don't you kill me now?
Because like
Just shoot
even
me
though she doesn't have
first.
the accent she has, this is more of like the cadence of Tuesday's voice without the accent.
They'll gather in the fields, holding
Like it
torches,
sounds like
and
Tuesday
chant your name.
with a different voice actor, but it's like the same cadence. Argus abruptly raises her gun, but her hands are shaking, the barrel trembling, and the text is going with it.
Argus, she's spineless.
And now the accent's coming through.
Argus, she's...
Bang. Did she do it? What's with the confetti?
Argus. Argus.
If I get jump scared, I'm gonna cry.
It's not possible. If there were a disease,
Oh, these are her words throughout the quest.
we only have our own 2 legs to stand on.
Oh, okay. Flashback to the mirror. The bullet pierces the girl's soft chest. Okay, great. Okay. Interesting how it mentioned poppies. Those are a flower that I believe is native to Texas. Anyways, it clings to the grass, its weight causing the blades to bend. We don't need to talk about what it is.
Our great hero!
The tales of your heroic deeds will be passed down through generations.
I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going anymore.
She ain't Kayla.
Now, you're lying to yourself.
Why are we still calling them Resident 1 and 2 and we know they're Dennis and Mary?
It's not possible.
You two aren't
Do I need
Dennis
to
and
shove
Mary
the
either.
bullet through her heart for you to believe it, bonehead?
Damn it!
She loads a bullet into the chamber with a crisp click.
Don't pull the trigger.
Oh. Oh, wait. Are those other people? Is it like, what the Manus did to Veritan when she took out Schneider? It could be. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay. An unexpected voice comes from behind her.
Virgin?
Yes, don't do it. How did she get all the way out here? Where did she come from? This is an illusion. So did she kill
Remember,
someone?
What you see isn't real. You're still inside the motel. At least for now.
Yeah, that's probably why Veritan's like, get it together, girl. Get it together. I've been here before.
Another little lady.
Oh,
Excellent
gosh.
timing. Come join the party.
There's no party. Is that to be continued? Oh, nope, it's a battle scene. Forgot we had a battle in this one. This is gonna be a long video today. Recommended is Beast. Thank God. I'm at full form. Oh yeah. All right, let's get this team together. And then in the box, hell, I don't know. Desert. Can I level her up? Maybe one more level. All right, baby. We'll put Desert in the suitcase. I lost my quick lineup. All right, let's hit it. I am at full form with my beast characters. I am at maximum power to fight these godforsaken little cactus boys. The next video is going to be so anticlimactic because it's going to be very short, but it's also going to be like the end of the story because we're ending after this battle. I know I'm probably cutting it off right in the middle, but you're just going to have to wait until the next video. It is what it is. Also, I keep saying this every time I do content from this version, is that every time I spend too long in any of the Haunted Highway stuff, it ends up getting really funny because I end up having like a slight southern accent for the rest of the night because I'm like used to hearing it in my everyday life, and then I hear it here and I'm like, okay. So maybe I'll do Argus's stuff right after this, but I have some editing I have to do as well. So I have some editing I have to do, and then I think I fixed my sleeping schedule finally. So I would like to read a little bit and go to sleep proper. So I probably won't do that today. Also because I have stuff on my schedule that I have to get done before that, I think. Like my schedule's kind of insane right now. Oh, but the other stuff on it isn't crazy. Okay, I have less here than I thought. Okay, all right. A lot of reverse stuff though. I think it's just because reverse, like if a game releases a proper schedule for gacha events, it just makes things so much easier for me. Oh my god, wait, Jay's gonna die. Jay has like one health in a dream. I didn't notice, and then I didn't know that happened. He's not gonna die because this thing's gonna die first, but I did not realize that. I'm sorry, Jay. I need to work on Jay, or building him, because he's so squishy. There's probably something I can do there to make him work better. Anyways.
To get you out.
Yeah.
That wasn't Kayla.
No, none of this is real, Argus. They're playing with you. She lets out a long sigh of relief. I don't know if this is like the same thing that happened to Verton during the Schneider bit, but
It wasn't.
it seems very similar, especially if the Manus is involved. It's probably very similar. She reaches out her hand in invitation.
Okay.
Okay, let's get out of here. Argus reaches out. She feels like something abominable is chasing after her, that if she stops, the shadow of confusion will come and swallow her whole. And this hand is her only salvation, her escape from this labyrinth, so she grasps it tightly. I think
Kayla.
Argus is related to like a labyrinth story. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this. Argus, because Argus is mythology. Argus Labyrinth, what is this? Oh, it's something from Path of Exile. So they have an Argus as well. Wow. Let me add mythology to the end because Path of Exile, the new game, is coming up. I know Argus is related to one of the labyrinths, which it makes sense that she would be, because literally Path of Exile has their Argus character related to a labyrinth. Okay, weird. Maybe I'm just thinking of Path of Exile. Don't know. Anyways, she declares this with absolute certainty. Yes, it's not Kayla. Keep telling yourself that, Argus, because it's not her. You're being lied to, just like we were lied to about Schneider. Oh my god. Schneider, I love you. All right. Okay. Do we want to read this now? We'll start with that interview bit in the next video, just because we've been here in this one for too long, and I need something to extend out the next one, because the next one, like this part 18, Sleepless Night, that's probably our final battle. So we're gonna start with that next time. We'll get it together. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna finish this up next one, which will be the next video, but it will be going up like shortly after this one. Because I have like a method to the madness on the schedule, so the next one will probably be going out in like 2 or 3 days, so stay tuned. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. And as always, I hope everyone Hatter is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. Don't give in to the visions, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!